Mark Selby, defending champion. We'll see him later on this afternoon against Tian Pengfei. Steve Davis in action. Steve was 56 yesterday. He's playing Jamie Cope. The winner of that match will play the winner of this one. And of course, Steve among those in the World Seniors Championship in a couple of months' time, as indeed is Joe. And you've drawn a certain Stephen Hendry, Joe.
Yes. It's the first time that Stephen's played in the seniors, and I'm looking forward to that. It's great to have him in the tournament. Great to see him back playing competitively. Always going to be an asset to have the 7 times world champion in the tournament. I'm hoping that he'll have a short, quick exit.
Yes, he's not actually old enough for the tournament, but it doesn't seem to matter because it's Stephen Hendry.
Fully expected that red to cannon into the other reds, but he's pushed it over the pocket, but very fortunate to have covered it with the yellow. And now Mark Davies has got a bit of a problem. Can't take the cue ball back up the table, you would think. And if he plays the cue ball dead on the cushion behind the black, there is a red there behind the black. Thinking of playing that cue ball down by the green pocket, but that's very dangerous. Well, that's as good as anything. And we could have a standoff here.
Going back to that seniors, Steve Davis has drawn Dennis Taylor in the first round. Wonder how long it'll take for someone to mention that final. And I wonder if it'll be Dennis who mentions it.
Well, it needs mentioning, doesn't it? The greatest final of all time.
Fun. And a miss.
Well, he was...
4.
I think we're heading for a re-rack, aren't we? This is going nowhere, and in fact they've already agreed amongst themselves, quite sensibly.
Thank you.
Yes, Mark Allen, of course, the new flag bearer really for Northern Ireland. Dennis Taylor and Alex Higgins, the great world champions of years gone by. Allen's won a couple of ranking titles, the World Open, in fact, to the same tournament, 2 years running. Be interested to see this season if he can win one of the big 3, the UK, the Masters or the World. He's certainly good enough, I think. But the last 2 years at the Crucible, he's gone out in the first round. Lost to Mark King earlier this year.
Yep, you've got to be very much up mentally for the World Championship, haven't you? Because everybody else is. So you only have to be a little bit behind the game, and you're in trouble.
So, frame 2's been re-racked, and we start again with Davis leading 1-0. Alan wasn't even alive when Dennis Taylor did pop that black in 1985. He was just about alive when you won it, Joe, but he wouldn't have many memories of it.
Well, if he wants me to tell him, I'm quite happy to do that. Take 2.
It is certainly true of the Northern Ireland players, real competitors, tough competitors. They get stuck in, and you can always tell when they're really trying.
Caught it too thick. And it could have been a lot worse, this. There is a red to the right centre, but it's difficult to get to a colour. That's a great pot. To stem that red in, hampered over the reds. Deserved to be the right side of the blue, that shot. And had to try and come in and out of baulk. Still got a red to the left corner. But I prefer to have missed the colours. Well, if he's on this red, that was a tremendous shot.
10.
Not quite. That's the red he played for, and he was a fraction too hard. Again, just
14.
6 to 9 inches too slow this time. Another very good recovery shot.
15.
But it's getting harder, not easier. He's got the brown or the yellow, but where's the next red coming from?
Brown ball.
Oh, another excellent pot. And a good cannon into the reds, but again, he's not on anything easy.
90. Switch off, please.
Oh, I think someone was taking a picture, or trying to, just in his eye line. Oh dear.
Mark Allen, 19.
Well, it certainly wouldn't have helped.
No, he was a long way off of that. His concentration wasn't there. It was for the previous shots. It's all about concentration, this game.
I heard an incredible stat the other day that I have no way of verifying this, but apparently there were more photographs taken last year than had ever been taken before. I'm not saying they're all at snooker tournaments, but it is a constant thing, isn't it, with people with phones? Everything seems to be recorded.
Well, this time it's Mark Allen who plays the poor safety, but it looks like he's got away with it this time. Cannoning into the blue was a little careless, to say the least, but he's got away with it.
Judd Trump's one each with Ian Glover. Jamie Cope won the first frame against Steve Davis. Stuart Bingham's 2-0 up against Fraser Patrick. Chris Wakelin 2-0 over Daniel Ward, and the interesting thing about that one is that the winner will play either Ronnie O'Sullivan or Ahmed Saif, who are up later on. Our next match, by the way, on this table will be Patrick Einsel from Germany against Deshuot Poomjang, who entertained us at the World Championship last season. Alan's a frame down, but he knows that Davis hasn't played particularly well so far. There's been a few mistakes here and there. Just looking to get into his stride. He was in again at the start of this frame, but it was all very awkward, and eventually he did break down, not helped by that person trying to take a picture.
Well, it was full of danger, that shot. He had to get it. Knew he was going to be cannoning into the reds. So another chance for Mark Allen.
One of his great strengths, I think, Allen, is he's a bit like Trump. He scores really quickly. This was the shot that Davis played. He scores quickly. It can be quite intimidating when he's rattling off frames.
Just having a look to see what happens to the black if he decides to play for it. Don't think it goes on its own spot, but it's not a tragedy to go on to the blue spot. Well, he could have done with just hitting that cue ball a little harder.
12.
If he takes the red off the black spot now, cue ball is going into the reds, and he won't quite know what's going to happen to the cue ball, where it's going to go. Big pressure shot this on the black. He knows he's going to be leaving reds on. And there was pressure on it. What a great chance now for Mark Davis.
Yes, and although we're relatively early in the season, Davis has played a lot of snooker. He's played quarterfinals of the Australian Open, quarterfinals of the second European Tour event in Rotterdam, won a couple of matches last week in Doncaster.
1. 8. Nine. 16.
Well, this is how he likes it. 6 reds. He's won that world title twice. He'll be defending it in a few days' time. In fact, September the 2nd. It's live on Eurosport, all 6 days.
Yes, it's one of my favourite tournaments, that, 6 reds. It's all over fairly quickly. Not a lot of safety play. Oh, what a miss.
Mark Davis, 17.
That was a great chance for Mark Davis to go 2-0 ahead. Simple green off the spot.
Yes, not dissimilar to a brown he missed in the first frame, having knocked in a good red, but that was unexpected.
One. Eight. Nine.
He's just doing the math. He's 24 in front, 31 with the black. 51 still on.
Yes, he hasn't quite got the angle to play the cannon to that red by the pink. So I've tried to come off the cushion and do it. Very unfortunate.
16.
Very good attempt
Start
to bring that red into play. Touch and ball called. So I'm trying to get that cue ball in behind the green, I think.
Well, he's not had much in the way of luck, it's got to be said, or not good luck anyway,
16.
in this match. It's a good effort, this.
Yes, if it had hit the red first. Could have been a different story. Well, he's played a few loose safety shots, Mark Davis, but he hasn't been punished as yet.
One.
Maybe this is the time. 32 points the difference. Needs one more red after this blue.
6.
Well, that looked a little nervy to me.
Mark Allen, 6.
He has left the red on. And if Mark Davis could steal this frame, he could really put Mark Allen under pressure. Now maybe bring the green into play. Just touch the green, bring it off the cushion, leaves the snooker on the red.
Well, he needs to pot a colour, otherwise he needs a snooker.
Oh, good point, David. So he's going for the blue. And in it goes. And he couldn't have played it much better.
6. Mark Davis, 6.
Again, he was a little fortunate there, that red going towards the corner pocket.
That's because I'm going to try not to get full. It'll be pretty close to the yellow. If you want to stand up there, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to stand up there.
Well, he's just saying that because he's going to come close to the yellow, he wants the referee to get a good look at it.
.31 points in front, just needs the red. But is it worth the risk? The safety is difficult. Well, went for the red, but played that cue ball into the balk area, just in case he missed it. Needs a bit of luck.
Let me see, please. Thank you. Thank you.
We can't tell from here. Had to swerve it slightly, and that was a good pot. That leaves his opponent requiring a snooker. Well, I could have done with that in.
Yeah, absolutely, because of course, well, I said of course Mark Davis is going to come back because he only needed 2 snookers. In fact, he doesn't.
Very sorry for questioning.
It's okay.
So it's 1-1 after all that. It's been a bit of a struggle, let's be honest. It's not been the highest quality yet. Davis's safety, that's something he's got to work on because he's leaving too many chances. And in the end, Mark Allen took one there and he's levelled at 1 apiece.